Hi, beloveds. Welcome. When I think about my own future, I don't sit around hoping. Hope is for people who fail backwards and not forward. For me, hoping can be a waste of an emotional energy and labor. Instead, I believe. And why do I need hope when I already believe? I believe and know that where I am in this moment is not where I'm going to end up. There's so much waiting for me, and it's up to me to unlock it. I need to ensure that I'm reaching out to it as much as it wants to get to me. There are no excuses in this type of mindset. And some of you are not reaching out. Some of you are being disrespected at work and in life. Some of you are trying your best and still find yourself sinking. You're hoping, praying, talking about it, doing everything except taking action. You might not want to hear this, but do we know that not all action is the same? Watching stuff on YouTube and doing a lot of thinking and complaining about our plight isn't meaningful action. Declaring that you can't do this or that you're too poor or too disabled to do that, that's just not meaningful action. And yes, you may be poor. And yes, some of you may be disabled. You may be whatever that is, sure enough. But what is false? What is false is that you can't take action because of that. Many a poor, disabled, or historically excluded person have taken action and done some amazing things, and so can you. If you don't think that you're unstoppable, you're not going to be. And I believe our hope and perseverance will push positive energy out into the universe and bring it back into our lives as positive change. In our darkest moments, we must keep close those things, people, and places that bring us joy and peace. It's not a treat or a luxury. We need to find our anchors. You will need it. Find what lifts, what fills your cup when it's empty. Have it ready. And a lot of us, we're holding a lot on our shoulders. We're taking in a lot of negative energy and we're not releasing it. Your anchor will help you cleanse. Your anchor will help you shift gears. And you will be pushed because people out there are either, in this scarcity mindset, they've been hurt themselves, or, they're just plain sadistic. Keep it real. There's people out there like that. And there's some just ridiculous evil out there in the world. And yet there is light and there is love and there's abundance. And so we can take part of that. And all of us will be pushed, abused, disappointed, or feel just utterly undeserving and inadequate at some point in our lives. And for some of us, this is every day. This is every day. And I take multiple one-on-one calls a week with my career consulting clients in my program, or those who are just taking advantage of my free career strategy chat. And about maybe like 40% of them, they weep at some point during our work together. For most, it's in that very first conversation. Less often, it's after a few sessions when they've gotten more comfortable and opened up a bit. And then for sometimes, sometimes it's during that last session when, they're just feeling relieved and overwhelmed with gratitude. And then sometimes it just happens and I don't know exactly why. Um, what people are experiencing right now, it's real. And sharing their situation with me seems to bring up many feelings and pain that um, they can't say without just, bubbling up. And sometimes it's happy tears because they see a way out, they're getting help. And sometimes they apologize for turning off their camera. And, I'm just quick to let them know. And I'm quick to let you know that you're not alone. And this is my normal, talking with folks every day about this kind of stuff, this career stuff, our career wellness. And um, if anything, this release and letting out, it's healthy, it's holy, it's good, and it's healing, and it clears away a path to help us go to the next step. And, I do this type of work because it changes lives. I do this type of work because there's nothing like having someone be upset in our first conversation because there's a lot going on. There's pain and anxiety, and you can imagine you probably feel it yourself. There's nothing like dealing with that in the first meeting. And then at the last session, just tears of joy, relief, happiness, that transition. There's just nothing like that. And no one can tell me the work that I do doesn't matter. And some of you don't know that in addition to graduating from Johns Hopkins University's Carey Business School, I also graduated from a seminary with a degree in leadership studies. And I use my pastoral care skills more than you would imagine. I experience the impact of what I bring to the lives of those who trust me enough. And I say trust because some people have made what they feel are terrible or embarrassing career decisions, regrets, mistreatment, guilt for staying at a negative workplace for too long, a guilt for accepting less than they know they should have. And many times they'll reference a therapist or a minister or someone else they're working with in another part of their life. And I've found that the same mindset that helps people get help in one area makes them more comfortable to receiving help in other areas. And these are people who end up making positive moves and meaningful changes because they not only know they need and can benefit from help, but they go out and get it. And that takes humility, trust, and prioritizing our self care. And what comes out on that other end is transformation. Transformation. So, stop listening to the same sad songs of your life. Just get that new soundtrack and stop telling yourself the same sob stories. You're stuck at this job. You can't do this. You can't do that. Just get out of your mind and start listening to your heart and to your spirit. Get out of your ego, get out of the proudness, and ask for help. And the best case scenario is it changes your life and your whole trajectory. Worst case, it wastes your time that you could have spent scrolling Facebook or Twitter or whatever. So getting out of this victim mentality can be really important. And then, calling you in, not out, calling you in. Some of you are so cool, cucumber, comfortable. You've got decent pay, decent coworkers, da 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 da. And for me, like, okay, really? You know, I work with people who want more, who want a little more out of life than an okay, paycheck or paycheck to paycheck comfortable. I want to work with, and I do work with people who want more than that. And I'm not hating on that, uh, but I can't help but believe that we're meant for more than mediocrity. Um, I feel that after 20 plus years in human resources and career consulting, I can tell you that mediocrity is one of the biggest obstacles people and organizations face. Mediocre goals, mediocre investment in themselves, mediocre attitude, mediocre vision, all that mediocrity can only manifest more mediocrity. So you must get out of the mediocre in order to live your purpose-filled life. You must get out of the mediocre so that there's room for your better, greater, happier experience in this world, in your job, in your career wellness. And some of you are so comfortable. You're out here like mesmerized with your comfort and hypnotized by this mediocrity. And it reminds me of that vision of the dance, the snake, dancing to the pipe music, just mesmerized. And it can be hard to get out of that. And sometimes we think we're so strong to stay in these bad situations. You think you're so strong to stay at that raggedy job with, your raggedy coworkers who just got you laid out on the floor every day because you're so used to being thrown under the bus. Is this you? Is that you? You think that you're so strong because you can stay alive while getting run over every day at work and in life. And let me tell you, um, that's not being alive. That's existing. And that's not being strong, because strength is putting on your armor and getting out of an abusive situation, getting out of a situation that's no longer serving you, whether it's work, your job, or whatever's going on in your life. And confidence is knowing that you deserve better. And faith is taking that leap because you deserve better, even when you don't know where that leap is going to take you. And faith is important because Many of you want guarantees. I have people ask me all the time, Ebony, can you guarantee me a 100K job? Can you guarantee me this? Can you guarantee me, no, I can't. I can't guarantee I'm going to be alive tomorrow. I can't guarantee anything, and I'm not, and I won't. The better question is, can you guarantee you will do the work? Can you guarantee that something won't come up on your end? Some of you want to get guarantees from everyone else but yourself. You want to get guarantees from everyone else, but you won't hold yourself to the same standards. And at the end of the day, it's about trust. It's about doing our best and giving 100% from all sides. And this is why the faith piece matters so much, because successful people, they take risks. We have to be careful about the risks we take, but I can tell you some of the best risks are that we're going to take should be on ourselves. Bet on yourself, invest in yourself, invest in getting the help you need to reach your goals without, the unnecessary hardship. Learn the easy way instead of the hard way. And, it's about just changing our tune, switching it up, being unstoppable, being confident, because this pain out here is real. Fear is real. I see it all the time in the work that I do. Depression is real. Poverty is real. And so is your power. Your power is real too. So use your power to believe. Use your power to take action. And, if you want to get lucky, take action. Okay. Some of us are waiting for things to change. We're just waiting to get lucky. And let me tell you about the type of luck that I believe in. Luck is about being in the right place at the right time. What you might not know is that being in the right place is not about where you are physically. It's about being where you are mentally. Your mindset, your heart and spirit need to be in the right place. Then when the time comes, when this right time comes, you will be ready. When the right time comes, you'll take action, even though you're still afraid, because your belief is bigger than your fear. And this is the type of luck that I believe in. This is the type of luck that I've seen work time and time again. I have had all kinds of six-figure jobs making more than enough. And despite that, I've always kept my career coaching private practice because it's a part of my calling. Making lives better for people in real time, real results. I do this work because it matters. And so, all that said, I've got 5 pieces of advice for those of you who are still with me listening. First piece of advice: watch the music video to a song called Unstoppable by the band No Resolve. Okay, it's a cover of Sia's song, Unstoppable. Watch it and listen to the video in full. It's called Unstoppable by the band No Resolve. And when you watch it, then just get out of your own way and move forward. Okay, have that faith. Number 2, throw out hope. Just throw hope out the window and believe. Believe. And 3, my third piece of advice is want more for yourself, your family, and your community than mediocrity. 4, put in the work. There's a lot of letters between A and Z, and we don't get from white belt to black belt in one day. So don't stop. Don't stop before you reach your goal. Be ready to put in the work and know that you can't put in 100% if you're spending 90% being the victim of your circumstances. And finally, my last piece of advice: find your anchor. Find what fills up your cup when it's empty and keep it near. Keep it near you always. So you've got this. And if you think you'd like some help, you know where to find me. Take care, beloveds. See you next time.